quack, 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 and all of the 5 little ducks came back.
Good morning. It is Sunday morning. Yesterday I took the day off. I had a freaking migraine from hell. Anyway, we are back at it. We are on Earn by Time. We are doing 2 shifts today because I want that new red bag. So we had to do three shifts between Wednesday and Sunday. So we only did 1, so we gotta do 2 today. Anyway, it is 7 a.m. We are back at it for our road to 100. We're on Earn by Time on DoorDash, and we are cherry picking Uber Eats. It is already sticky out. It is 94% humidity. So enough of the complaining. It's 79 degrees. Anyway, let's go make some money. Alright, just like that, we get out of the neighborhood and we get our first order. Starbucks, as usual. 5 items going 4 miles. Let's go do it. Our starting AR is 80% today. Holy fog, Batman. You can't even see on the other side of the street. Alright, we're here. Let's go see if it's ready. It's not busy yet. That was a couple of minute wait. 11 minutes, 4 miles to the drop off. We're going to El Branch, I believe it is. I can't get over this fog. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Hit the little bell to get notifications that my videos are up. And thank you. I really appreciate it. Alright, that's all dropped off. It was a $4.50 tip. 2.6 on DoorDash. Alright, just like that, we got our next order. Surf bagel going 5.8 miles. Let's get to it. So I just looked and I just updated my app. Everybody's saying that you can see the tip on Earn by Time, and unless they tip $9.25 for this order, I can't see it because I already made $9.25, so that's all it shows. So we will see. Alright, we just got an add-on for an additional 3.5 miles. So same store. Let's go. I just pulled into Hardee's. Let's go see if these 2 are ready. Okay, that was a couple minute wait. 11 minutes, 4.94 miles to the drop off. For drop off 1. Okay, I delivered here before. Let's go drop it off. Not gonna be able to see much, but yeah, that's good enough. Leave it there. Alright, that's all dropped off. Next one is 7 minutes, 3.51 miles to drop off. Alright, let's go drop this off. Leave it there. Nice. 675 tip and a 175 tip. 3 to 11 on DoorDash. 30 minutes in and we're at 2413. Not bad. Alright, looks like we're headed to Dunkin' next. Alright, let's go see if it's ready. Alright. Order and breakfast are secure. My breakfast came out first. Anyway, 5 minutes, 1.6 miles to the drop off. People have asked about my Cash App. My Cash App is linked to the description on this video. Alright, that was a 225 tip. 3 to 12 on DoorDash. Alright, let's head back to Surf Bagel. Oh, we're picking up our a half dozen bagels and a pint of cream cheese. Let's go see if it's ready. Alright, that's all picked up. We've been to this place plenty of times before. We had to deliver to the delivery shed. 21 minutes, 9.67 miles to the drop off. Let's go head to the woods. Oh, looks like I'm handing it to him. Hello.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too. Alright, that's all dropped off. Alright, that was a $6 tip. He met me out here. 1 to 4 on DoorDash. Get me out of the middle of the road. Alright, let's go back. I love this area. He's redoing his driveway. So, he normally, as you saw, he has a cooler there. It's so the coyotes and everything don't get it. It is good. He normally has, you go up the driveway and he has a little whole shed for deliveries. Alright, looks like we're going to McDonald's next. Alright, let's go see if it's ready. Alright, that was ready as soon as I got in there. Of course, they have to make these bags so damn heavy and not put the stickers on right, so all the stickers broke off. I don't want to get a bad rating for this. 16 minutes, 9.21 miles to the drop off, which it's not going to be 9.21 because this has you going the long way. Can't even notice the train going by. Why is it stopped? That's weird. Alright, we're going to go down Armstrong, so that cut off a mile. Alright, let's go drop this off. Do not ring the bell, thank you. Oh, no problem. Nice. $9 tip. 1 to 4. Let's head back to Surf Bagel. We just passed it. Alright. We might got a few minute wait. Let's go find out. Alright, that's not ready yet. It's got a couple more minutes. Alright, they're pretty spot on with their wait times. 15 minutes, 8.2 miles to the drop off. So it went the other way. Alright, we delivered here before. Side door. Let's go drop it off. Side door ring doorbell. No problem. a $6 tip, 2 to 5. Alright, guess where we're headed back to? Yep, you guessed it. Alright, that's all picked up. 14 minutes, 5.2 miles to the drop off. Alright, let's go drop this off. I swear he orders the same thing every weekend. Leave it at my door. But a $6 tip, so that's good. 1 to 4. It looks like we're headed to Metro next. This will probably be the last one for this block, and then I'll go back on. Hopefully I can get back on to earn by time. Alright, that's all picked up. 9 minutes, 3 miles to the drop off. Alright, let's go drop this off. Leave it door. Almost forgot to drink. Alright, not bad, not bad. $5.50 tip. 2 to 6. I was able to get right back on there by time, so let's keep grinding. So far we're at 88. Not bad for 3.5 hours. Alright, we have our next order, Taco Bell. It's going 2 point something miles. I think it's going back to the neighborhood. But, yeah, we're already here. Let's go in. Alright, that's all picked up. They were bagging it up as I got in there. 8 minutes, 2.35 miles to the drop off. Alright, let's go drop it off. Unlock. Nice $3 tip. 1 to 5. Alright, we got our next order in Metro. We're here now. This one's going to Townsend. Let's go see if it's right. That's all picked up. 11 minutes, 5.2 or 6 miles, 5.82 miles to the drop off. Alright, let's go drop this off. Leave it at my door. If you saw me jump, the dog scared the shit out of me. Alright, $6 tip, 1 to 4. Finally, an Uber that's worth taking, 11.62 for 8.1 miles. Picking up a Dunkin'. Let's go do it. That's all picked up, 13 minutes, 6 miles.
Turn right.
Shut up. Alright, that's all dropped off. I didn't even have to get out of the car. I was just about to turn on the camera when she came to the car. Anyway, 1 to 2 on DoorDash. Got our next order, Starbucks. Let's go do it. We're here now. Alright, that's all picked up. 13 minutes, 7.39 miles to the drop off. Alright, that's all dropped off. That was a $4 tip. 1 to 4. Alright, we got our next order, Popeyes. Going 9.9 miles. Let's go do it. Alright, that's all picked up. 14 minutes, 7.54 miles to the drop off. Alright, let's go drop this off. Leave it door, side door. Okay. Side door is right there. Alrighty. $3 tip, 1 to 2. Alright, we got our next 2 orders. We got a stack, Taco Bell, 2 orders, going 10 miles total. Let's go do it. 17 items, better be 17 sauces. One has 17 items, the other one has 8. They better be sauces. I'm not carrying 17 items. Alright, the one is 15 items and 1 drink, or 15 sauces and 1 meal. The other one is a drink and 6 items. Alright, let's go do this. Alright, they're both picked up. First one is 5 minutes, 1.51 miles. Alright, let's go leave this at the door. Alright, it's all dropped off. Next one's 12 minutes, 6.87 miles. And if anyone complains about stickers, it's 94 degrees with 94% humidity. Stickers don't stick. Alright, let's go drop this off. A $4 tip and a $2 tip. 1 to 4. Alright, I'm gonna go home for a little bit and take a little nappy nap for an hour because I need to rest my eyes. And I will be back out for dinner. See you then. And I promise I will. Told you I'd be back. Anyway, it's just after 4 o'clock. Our current stats right now, we are at $151 and some odd cents for breakfast and lunch, and our AR is at 86. So let's get back to it. DoorDash is 1 to 2. Uber's already sending me trash. Let's go. Oh, ew. Alright, we gotta do it because we're on the road to 100. We have our next order. Our first order of the night is going 10 miles. Mind you, it's 94 degrees outside. Can you guess what it is? Let's go do it. Ew. It's going to be milk. Of course it's going to Peter Pan Land. This is a no tip. Alright, that's all picked up. 18 minutes, 9.72 miles to drop off first in Custard. Let's go drop this off. Here we are. Leave it at the door. Gotta wait for it to get service to complete it. Alright, that wasn't too bad. They actually tipped. Let's go. We got our next order, Hong Kong, going 10.7 miles. Let's go do it. That's all picked up. The tip, the bridge isn't flooded. 13 minutes, 7.8 miles. And it is not going to be 7.3. It's going to be 6.5 because we are not going all the way to Townsend to go all the way back up to Odessa. Oh no, I see blinky lights ahead. That means the bridge is flooded. I guess we're going to have to go around. We'll check it out. See? Blinky eroding the ground. Alright, we gambled and we won. Barely any water. It's just starting to come on. Oh man. Alright, let's go drop it off. It's a $2 tip, 1 to 2. Why is there a bug in my car? Oh, no, no, no. Alright, looks like we're going to Grotto's next. Let's go. Alright, let's go see if it's ready. Come on, move. Look at all the birdies. They're all growing up so quick. I'm so proud of them. Alright, that was a little wait. Oh, shut up. 10 minutes, 3.44 miles to the drop off. The customer states there will be a cash tip. Do you think so? I don't know. We'll find out. Over here honking our horn because nobody's letting her through. We're doing everything we can. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, that's all dropped off. Did he leave a tip? Did he give a cash tip? Yes, he did. $10. We got our next order already. Bubba Q's going 9.8 miles. Let's go do it. Alright, this order going 9 miles is for 1 burrito. Tip or no tip? Right, that's all picked up. It was right when I got in there. 11 minutes, 6.41 miles to the drop off. Alright, this is a leave it door. You're not going to be able to see anything. But yeah. Let's go drop it off. Alright, that's all dropped off. $1.92 tip. 1 to 3. Run, bunny, run, run, run. Alright, looks like I'm going to be headed to Wawa next. My gas tank is under 100. Pit stop. Ouch. $23 in gas? Ugh. Anyway, I hate that. Gas prices need to go down. Anyway, we got our next order. Chipotle. 7 miles. Let's go do it. Alright, DoorDash just sweetened the pot with giving us an add-on for another 6.3 miles. Let's go do it. Let's pick these both up. Ew. Alright. They're both picked up. The first one is going to the Birch Motel. I better not get any boogies from dropping this off. 12 minutes, 4.88 miles to the drop off, and it's a pin required. Alright, let's go drop this off. Ugh. I could have went that way, but we'll go this way. It's 1.5. all dropped off. 10 minutes, 5.99 miles to the next one. Let's go drop this off. Alright, leave it at my door. That's all dropped off. It was a $3 tip and a $2 tip. 1 to 3. Alright, we got our next order. Large order. Green turtle. Green turtle's never like really big when it comes to tips. It's going 6.1 miles. It's 7 items. So 1, 2, 3. 3 drinks. Let's go do it. Alright, let's go see if this is right. Alright, that's all picked up finally. It was like a 10-minute wait. 8 minutes, 2.91 miles to the drop off. Alright, let's go drop this off. You have to hand it to me. Alright, last order of the night. I was just signing out. Let's go to Rita's. That order sucked, by the way. Picking up 1 item. It's a gelati. People are ridiculous. Alright, let's go do this. About as ridiculous as that tip. Alright, that's all picked up. 13 minutes, 6.49 miles to the drop off. I deliver coffee to these people this morning. Let's go drop it off. 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Yep, I did. Actually, I don't know. It was either
The customer requested you leave the order at their door. They added the following instructions. Leave at my door.
Yeah. Let's go drop off this gelati. and only no tip today. And I thought the dog was gonna freaking jump out of the window. Anyway, for tonight, we were 3 hours and 50 minutes. We were active for 3 hours and 6 minutes, so that 44 minutes was all driving from the whatchamacallit. We made $66.76, which is not good at all. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will be back to continue tomorrow. Let's see what my ratings are. What am I at? Let's see. I'm at 88 AR. So I'm not at 100 yet. Have a good night. Okay, Mr. Duck. Quack. Can we move so I can get by? Don't quack at me. Go. Move. Thank you. Jeez, so rude.